There are no games today for Wednesday, but the line's out for Thursday. You already know. Let's get it. The first play is a sharp play, and it's Jalen Brunson to go under 7.5 assists. As you can see, it's not quite trending. It doesn't have an outstanding hit rate. It's actually at 50-50 over the last 10. He averaged 8 assists over the last 10 games, but obviously you see a couple of outliers that'll bring that average up. The sharp play is Jalen Brunson to go under 7.5 assists. Let's get it. I got D'Angelo Russell to take more than 4 3-pointer attempts. Look at this shit. He pushed it a couple of times, but he's shooting 6 or 7 3-pointers per game. I expect that to continue if he get his minutes. D'Angelo Russell over 4 3-pointer attempts. Let's get it. Next, look at Daniel Gafford. Points at 8.5. Why is it still at 8.5? Yo, these lines are on Dabble. First time users, use code RICO. You already know. Everywhere else, it's also 8.5. But what's going on? He hitting the shit at 100% of the time over the last 10 games. He averages 12 points over the last 10 games. It got to be against the matchup. They play the Clippers. He has a ton of games against the Clippers. All of these are from last year, except this one where he scored only 4 points. And let's see, he was 2 for 3. But obviously, things have changed. His role has changed. He's getting more shots up. His double his shot output. As you can see back maybe just a month ago, he was taking 2 shots per game. Now he's taking 6, 7, 8 shots per game, and he's actually scoring. He's crushing this line 100% of the time in the last 10 games. I'm taking Daniel Gafford to go over 8.5 points. Next, this is Andrew Wiggins. This is his rebounds and assists. Like, I fade his PRAs a ton of the time, and it's been a profitable play. But right here, I'm taking the rebound and assist to go over 6. Andrew Wiggins. Let's look at his points, rebounds, and assists and see what that bitch is at. It's at 22.5. That's low. We was fading it at 24, 25.5. This is low. I actually don't mind it, but I'm gonna stick with the rebounds and assists here. Andrew Wiggins to go over 6. You see everywhere else at 6.5. We on Dabble. First time users, you already know. Yo, this is pickfinder.app. Use code ReallyRico for 10% off the life of your subscription. Bro, Keontae George in this 2.5 rebound line. I'm playing it until it misses consecutive times. Keontae George over 2.5. Last 10 games, 90% of the time. He ain't just squeaking past this shit. He did hook it. He did just hook it last in this previous game, but I'm not going to stop playing this bitch. Keontae George should go over 2.5 rebounds. Let's go. Cade Cunningham. Bro, and Cade we trust. His rebound assist line is at 16, but it's at 16.5. Sleeper, underdog. He just blowing this line out of the water. I've played it since the bitch was at 12.5. It's come all the way up to 16. I'm still taking the over. Cade Cunningham over 16 rebounds and assists. Let's look at his PRA, see if it's under 35. Of course not. It's at 40.5. That's hitting at 72%. He averages 42 points, rebounds, and assists. Of course, like I said, I'm sticking with the rebounds and assists. On down with this bitch is at 16. Let's get it. I would love to see if this line moves before Thursday. There's no games today. This video is getting dropped early. You got plenty of time to watch it and see what plays you like to add to your own insight. Dalton Connect rebounds at 2.5. What's happening? What I did notice is that his minutes has diminished. Look at this. Just straight down. But however, he played 18 minutes and I lost to Minnesota, right? He had 9 rebounds. More rebounds than he's had in the last 10 games. Smacking his line at 90% in the last 10 games. And playing way less minutes than he has in the last 10 games. Give me Dalton Connect to go over 2.5 rebounds. What the fuck is that line? Trey Murphy III. His points and assists. You play this until it stops hitting. He hooked it a couple of times. He hooked it in times that I thought it would miss. Especially looking at it on Pickett when you see that circle not all the way green and he finishes somehow. I like Trey Murphy to go over 17.5 points and assists. I know this bitch just came up from like 14.5 in the last week or so. Maybe it was at 15.5. I'm not pretty positive, but I got videos Give me Trey Murphy to go over 17.5 points and assists. This is another one. I'm playing the bitch until it misses. Karl Anthony Towns rebounds at 12.5. What do you want me to do? I'm not even fucking. I don't do nothing but look at the data. I look at the sharp plays on Daily Grind Fantasy. I look at the historical data here on Pick Finder, and I think to myself, why is this line still at 12.5 when he's just been obliterating it? It's been at 12.5. He's been smashing it. We've been on this line. We've talked about it a couple of times. I can't quite remember. He hasn't highlighted any of my videos yet, but I'll take Karl Anthony Towns to go over 12.5 rebounds. This is just rebounds. Let's see what his rebound and assist line is at. 15.5. Smashing it. You know what I'm saying? PRA is going to be high as fuck. 39.5. That is kind of high, meaning that he'd have to score over 20 points every time. And you can see when he doesn't, he falls short. But his assists shouldn't be crazy. 2.5, I'll take the over. But I'm sticking with the rebounds as we've been playing it over and over. If I have to play anything else, it'll be rebounds and assists. Rebounds at 12.5 to go over for Cat, and then rebounds and assists is at 15.5. Like, he had 22 rebounds in this last outing. Not saying, you already know. Next, this is Mikal Bridges, points and assists at 17.5. Yo, we were fading him earlier. Maybe it was his points, rebounds, and assists. Early on, I want to say right when he got traded to the Knicks. So, beginning of the season, because we didn't think he was gelling well. So, at the beginning of the season, we was under his points, rebounds, and assists. I think he's finding a spot. He barely got, he's barely squeaking over this bitch. Look, 17 points, 1 assist. He's not he's not expected to get a ton of assists, but what he's done in the last 10 games is undeniable. Averaging 22 points and assists. I take Mikal Bridges to go over 17.5. The historical data ain't gonna do shit for me as he wasn't even on this team. They got 8 games played. I mean, the Knicks have 8 games versus. I doubt Mikal Bridges played in any of them. We'll see how many there are this year. And it was 1. And he played in this 1. The rest of those he should have been with his previous team or whatever. But he was on Brooklyn on a couple, on Phoenix on a couple versus Minnesota. But yeah, 15 points, 3 assists. That's barely fucking. He hooked their ass, but I still like the over. As you can see, in the last 10 games, he averages 22 points and assists. Let's go. De'Aaron Fox points line is at 25.5. Is that too high for him? He averages 24 points this season. You know? In the last 10 games, he's averaging 21. Is he not shooting the ball well? If I look at his field goals, whoa. 11 for 24. He's taking a ton of shots. I need to let Pick Finder know I want to see the field goal percentage. Maybe not for every game, but over the last 10 or in any category. You know what I mean? If I'm seeing the hit rate and the average, I want to see field goal percentage somewhere. Anyway, are we taking De'Aaron Fox to go under 25.5 points? It's been trending that way. I just think he could snap anytime, so I'll be weary of it. Let's see what his points, rebounds, and assists is at 36.5. The under's hitting at 70%, and he's averaging just 33 PRAs in the last 10 games. And when he does go over, he has more than 5 assists, 6 assists. That's interesting. Not sure what I'm going to do with De'Aaron Fox. CJ McCollum is not getting 5 rebounds. I don't care what game it is or who they play against. If his line is at 4.5, 5.5, I'm going under. I think I'd go under 3.5. I'd be afraid of a push at 4 or whatever. But if it's at 4.5, this is an easy under. The man is not getting 5 rebounds. I know he's gotten 5 rebounds before. I'm just saying this is where I'm at. You do understand that. Let's get it. Kobe White, what happened to him? I think Chicago hasn't. They need to go ahead and get the trade deadline and get Zach LaVine out of the way if that's what they want to do. Because last year, man, this man was. This is his points and rebounds. It's at 23.5. The under is hitting at 80%. He averages 19 points and rebounds over the last 10 games. Let's look at the opponent. They play Boston. He ain't done nothing against Boston. I already know this from last season. Played one game this season. We're taking Kobe White to go under points and rebounds versus Boston. I did not try to do that. Kobe White to go under points and rebounds at 23.5. That number high. He got to get boards. He had 19 points, no rebounds right here. Wow. Let's go to Daily Grind Fantasy to see if some sharp shit available. And there isn't. Come on, guys. I know the games are not till Thursday, but damn it, bro. I don't even know why I hopped over here because I ain't going to have all the lines out for the NBA. I'm going to get back on my esports shit in a minute. I really just don't have any time. But the time I do have, I'm dropping this NBA plays, whether you like it or not. Hey, I think that'll do it. I'm ReallyRico, you already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.